I used to think the scariest sounds at night were the creaks and groans of our old city apartment, but that was before my daughter started talking in her sleep. It began as the usual nonsense, mumbled words, half-formed dreams, but last month, her gibberish sharpened into names I'd never mentioned, dates I didn't recognize, and stories about neighbors who died in this building long before we moved in. At first, I brushed it off as coincidence, maybe something she'd overheard on the news, but then she started reciting details about accidents and tragedies that matched what I later found in old newspaper clippings. I told myself it was just a weird phase, but deep down, I felt something ice cold settle in my chest. Last week, she sat upright in bed, her eyes wide open but unseeing, and began describing events I knew too well, like Mrs. Bauer from 3B, who'd slipped in the stairwell, or the teenager who'd never made it home from the rooftop. The way she spoke, it was as if she'd watched it all happen, her voice eerily calm as she recounted every detail, down to the color of the walls and the smell of burnt toast from the hallway. She mentioned things I'd never told her, things she couldn't possibly have known. After she finished, she'd simply lie back down and sleep, leaving me clinging to the hope that maybe, just maybe, she was making it all up. But last night, everything changed. I was woken by her voice, clearer than ever, describing a man standing at a bus stop, rain pouring down, a car sliding out of control. She described the crunch of metal, the way the umbrella flew from his hand, the way he lay so still afterward. She spoke about the ambulance's flashing lights, the faces of the onlookers, the way someone sobbed into their phone. I froze when I realized the details she described matched my own commute, the street corner I cross every morning, the green umbrella I always carry, the ringtone of my phone. This morning, I found a drawing on her nightstand, me, under my green umbrella, a car skating toward me in the rain. My daughter says she doesn't remember anything, but she hugs me tighter than usual before I leave. Now, every time I stand at that bus stop, I can't help but watch the street, searching for the car she saw. I don't know if I'm running from fate or stepping toward it, and I don't know if my daughter is warning me, or if she's already seen how the story ends.